after this training program, when I was introduced to the whole of the personal development and more so into the brain science technology, the neuroscience, how the brain works.
Hi, Ajay Gomes. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
And thanks for
So,
joining me
Mahendra,
on.
good to see you.
My pleasure, my pleasure. And thanks for joining me for my podcast on my business channel, Business Arena 365. So,
Thank
welcome
you
to
so
you.
much.
Welcome to you. So,
Yes.
Gomes, you have been working for quite some time, and you have worked actually in many corporates for almost about 18 years in different cities and different hotels and different countries too, for almost about 18 years. And what made you shift to be on your own?
Okay. So, all in all, it's about now almost 39 plus 40th year. So,
Wow.
the first part was, as you said, it was in the hotel industry, uh, starting from a casual labor to running a chain of restaurants. So, in a lot of challenges are there, and initially, like many people,
Mhm.
and in fact, those challenges were actually blessings in disguise because they have prepared me
They made you stronger.
to stronger and kind of a raw material for what I'm doing now.
Okay,
Basically,
great.
in 2001,
Mhm.
with the new millennium and a lot of talk about doing something different. And so, in my own head, it was, what else can I do? I have no qualification, kind of college dropout.
Oh,
And what can I do? So, that's when, through a training program, kind of inner re-engineering, I realized and a lot of things that I had studied and heard about became quite clear, especially the word of Dhirubhai Ambani many years ago when I met him.
oh,
When I
really?
asked him, how did you build up this huge empire? He said, Sapna dekha tha. So at that time, it didn't make any sense. But in this, after this training program, when I was introduced to the whole of the personal development and more so into the brain science technology, the neuroscience, how the brain works.
Oh,
And that's how my interest started. And I started with the, those days, the in thing was the network marketing, direct sales. A lot of people call it a chain marketing or a
yeah.
member banana kind of thing.
Yeah,
But what
LML.
LML, yeah, MLM. But what I liked about that was, of course, there are a lot of controversies. They have a lot of training, a lot of motivation programs, a lot of encouragement, and they ask you to do a lot of readings. And through that, I started reading books, started attending more programs, attending training programs. And since it was a business, and I had to understand what really business is all about. So I went through a certification, 1 year course in training and development from ISTD, Indian Society for Training and Development, which is affiliated to ASTD, the American Society of Training and Development. And from there, my research started into the how the brain works, especially with the employees and difference between being an employee and an employer. And that led me to three specific areas in my work that I want to be a coach, consultant, and a trainer. Because that's what, through the studies, through the research, lots of psychometric tests and psychological tests, I realized that what my passion lies in, and that is to empower people,
That's such a
not
noble.
just by giving,
Mhm.
not just giving GAN, but actually sharing my personal experience. And this is where a lot of those works I did,
Okay.
running in knee-deep water in the city of Calcutta during rainy season and serving a courier company, delivering mails.
Gomes, your company is called E&M, right?
E&M, yes.
Why did you name it as E&M? What is the story behind that?
Well, lot of thinking and reading went in, research went in, like how to create a logo that is not just a copy paste kind of a thing, but something that has deep meaning. And what came to my mind was my mother,
Okay.
that she is an epitome of integrity, epitome of grit, epitome of resilience, and all anything. Because losing your husband at the age of 26 with
Right.
4 young kids,
Mhm.
she managed to bring us all. So I could see that she is the most important person in my life, and she, of course, later my wife also in the same line of great and
Mhm.
handling challenge situations. That's what I realized that. And since my mother always kept on talking about my father, who also faced a lot of challenges coming from Bangladesh after the partition and taking up a job in the police force and facing a lot of challenges. So I said, okay, both the names, initial, E for Elias and M for Marcella.
Oh,
So E and M. And then I gave it a twist, that two sides of a coin. So one side is the example of my mother and father, my motivation, my inspiration. The other side is the work that I do is a lot of ease,
uh-huh.
emotions and energy and effort, all that. And
Okay.
so,
So nice.
yeah, and M for motivation, money, management, and mentoring. So that's how it came about. And I try to live by that.
So nice to know that. So what do you
Yeah.
do basically? What does E&M do? Because
So
you're heading
E&M does is
E&M.
what basically simplify things. The business world is very complex,
Right.
especially now they call it the VUCA world, volatile, uncertain, and ambiguous and uncertainty. And so in that kind of situations, people get overwhelmed. So what I do is through my research and my personal experience, I try to make things simple so that it can be actionable. People can take action immediately, not attend some programs or attend some courses, and then after a few days they forget, which normally happens in most companies. They like the training, lots of activities, very nice, good khana, and sometimes outdoor also in retreats in hill stations or seaside. But when they come back after a couple of days, it's all same. So what I do is I create in their thought process, change that mindset through different activities and through case studies and role plays and question and answer, especially Socrates style. And through
Mhm.
questioning, open up the brain. So my work is basically how you can leverage your brain, understand the brain functions. So that's what I try to make things. And I focus on three main areas, very specific. One is the sales and marketing. Second is the leadership, building an organization, especially small business owners, into a leader. And the third is the performance, how to
Yes.
engage the employees, and through a empowered employee force, they can increase productivity and performance, and that leads to profitability. So that's what the three areas that I work on.
Your work. Wonderful,
So
wonderful.
the fundamental is using ancient wisdom of the
Uh-huh.
East and West, connecting it to current day situations using brain science technology, neuroscience.
Okay. We'll blend it.
Yeah,
Blend all the three together.
making it very simple, actionable, so that when I say something, you can take action immediately.
Great.
So give you an example. For instance, now if I do an interaction with you and I give you a concept of how to come out of the box, because a lot of coaches, they use this particular thing, coming out of the box. So instead of explaining what it is, I'll immediately give you an exercise
Oh, great.
and you face a challenging, right? I challenge you immediately, and then through that process of Socrates' process of questioning and picking your brain, immediately you have a breakthrough.
Wow. So, what are the challenges you faced when you started?
Challenge was getting the family convinced that since nobody in my family has ever done business,
Yeah.
all had worked, That was the first challenge too. And that was in 2001. There weren't many opportunities and things were quite topsy-turvy and a lot of volatility. And so for me, with no
There were a
family
lot of changes
background, no
happening that
qualification,
time.
yeah,
All the
no
corporates were going
qualification.
through a lot of changes in
Yes,
2001, around that time.
right.
Yeah.
So Y2K problem and a lot of disruptions happening and the IT industry coming and people having a lot of vagueness and whether it will work or not. People not willing to transit to technology. So in that situations, the family was the first hurdle. And the second thing was my personal thing, whether I can do or not. Business is not everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
Starting is easy, but maintaining that, and that's what my actual expertise. I try to hone myself, helping small business owners. That starting
Mhm.
is, a lot of people say that starting is very difficult, but for me, it is starting is very easy.
Yeah, to
However,
sustain is
maintaining it,
difficult. To
sustaining is,
sustaining is difficult.
that's what, so the challenge was to how to sustain. And the only thing that I learned throughout my hotel industry career, because I believe and I have experienced that in India, after the army defense, it is the hospitality industry where you have a lot of training, especially in the five-star hotels, deluxe hotels. So I
Mhm.
have received a lot of trainings. Those trainings came handy. And I personally also like to study, and that's what research. So through that, I began to go into deeper into the human behavior. What makes people tick? What makes people resign from a company? What makes people work? You know, that's how. And through my personal volunteering with different organizations in the personal development programs. So first an experience working continuously for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, almost like hardly 2, 3 hours of rest, which became a even case study for a lot of participants. That how can you stay so energetic after working even 18 hours, 19 hours?
Mhm.
So the brain capacity. So I help people also to increase the capacity of your brain. So those challenges
Mhm.
actually became more learning for me. Like they say, there's a quote, the necessity is the mother of invention,
Invention, yes.
right? But nobody tells you who is the father. So I created the father. I says the adversity is the father, and adversity creates opportunity. So
Yeah.
adversity is the father of innovation and creativity.
You have been a lot of training, a lot of corporates, individuals. So
Yes.
what do you see? Like, how do they benefit from your programs?
Okay. So as I said, that there are
Because
three
one more
very
thing, you have
specific.
retained for more than 22 years in this business. So you
Yeah.
have been doing a great job, but how do you manage to do that?
Right. As I said, so to give you the background, I have served about 22 plus industries. So telecom,
Yeah.
banking, hospitality, and FMCG, and production companies, you name it. So what has been
So
the
these are all your
most
clients.
important?
These big names
Different
are
clients.
clients.
Yeah, 22 plus industries. So I have learned from a lot of this, the owners of these industries, because many of them have come from a humble background. And since I am addicted to learning, I try to learn from every person, even from a beggar also, I try to learn. So when you have this focus, passionate about something, money is not the criteria. I'm not saying money is not important. Money is very important. However, the two P's that goes in for any organization, profit and purpose. So for me, I combine that both, two sides of the coin. So for
Okay.
profit to happen, I need to have a purpose, which means even if I don't get paid, I'll still work because that work is for me my game. So like any game, for a cricketer to stand in 40-degree in that sun
So,
playing T20 is not that easy. Watching on the television or if in the gallery, it's very easy. But standing there, it's very hard. But still, they do it day in, day after. How do they do it? Because they're so passionate about the game and they love that. That love and passion. That is what when you. So I help organizations to bring this into their work. That if you are not passionate about, then it becomes hard work, very difficult. So that's what when people get that, and for that there are of course you require is that you have a vision for yourself. You need to have values to match up that vision, and then you have this mission in your life, the purpose, like most organizations have. So those are like background kind of thing. You need to have a vision for yourself along with the organization. What do you want to do with a purpose? What's your life all about? Not just earning money. Everybody does, even the underworld people, they also, underworld earns a lot of money. But there is no satisfaction. What gives you satisfaction and what gives you fulfillment? And that's how I've survived. Many people started in my that 2001, 2002. Many people started with me, but they have gone back to jobs after
Yeah, it
the
happens. It does happen.
Lehman Brothers 2008 and 9, and then a recession, and then so. What kept me going was continuously learning and also upgrading. Like I spend a lot of time in learning the softwares. Like I have my own website. I build my own website. Like currently, I'm still building one new one, my website.
You do it
Learn,
yourself.
yes,
Build all the webs. Wow.
yes. So because once I was planning to do a what do you call a cyber cafe, open the cyber cafe.
Uh-huh.
Early days. That time, e-shopping was not there.
Mhm.
Flipkart and Amazon just started. So I thought of doing something on that line. So the first thing I said, let me learn all about coding and all about computers and managing. See, if I have a cyber cafe, I should know that the boy who's managing it, he's not cheating on me. So how to access the back end of the system. So I
Yeah.
learned that. Then also, since I do a lot of work with engineering students in MBA and engineering colleges, so to speak their language, I said I need to also learn the jargon of the technical
Yeah,
words.
you need to. Right.
So I've done a lot of training programs for IT industry. So that's how I picked up.
Okay.
So I learned that
Okay.
languages.
What kind of clients are you looking for? Who are your main clients?
So basically, like my focus is now with small scale entrepreneurs, small business owners, startups who are really serious to, they want to increase their business, they want to scale their business, like one man show. They do a lot of hard work. So they cannot scale that business on your own. You're a solopreneur. So I have nothing against that. I wouldn't say that you are not good enough or you shouldn't be doing that. However, if you really want to scale your business, your hard work requires certain smart work also.
Very true.
So
Very true.
that's, yeah. So the small business owners like startups, even doctors, lawyers, uh, digital marketers, and even trainers and coaches who are starting out who are not able to scale, uh,
So higher
wedding
ranks.
planners and event managers, even into people into production, media.
Mhm.
So those clients, that is one. And number two is that since I've come from corporate background,
Yeah.
so any CEO or VP or a marketing head, HR head who uses corporate training for their performance of their staff, employees, so that would be a good connect. Third
Wonderful.
is the education institutions or engineering MBA colleges, owners or principals. So that is a third. I've also done a lot of program on for training teachers,
Okay.
classroom management.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That would be another good connect.
So you have different packages for individuals as well as the
Yes,
business owners
like
and
right now
corporate.
I have a special one-on-one coaching program
Okay.
It's a 1 year hand-holding program
1 year,
for small business owners. Yes,
one full long year. Wow.
one full long year. Because less than that, you don't get much because it's whole re-engineering process. So to give you a background, you see, most of these people who start business, first year, 80% flop. If you take our data, hardly 20% lasts more than 5 years.
Yes.
Now, the reason is, this is the secret I'm telling you for your viewers.
Yours.
See, when people start out, they are very good experts in their fields. So you as a video marketer or a digital marketer, you are excellent in your job as a photographer, as a marketer, or as a, say, tarot reader, or a coach, or a consultant, a doctor, lawyer. You're very good at the field. And you master them. Now, that is different from the business of coaching, the business of tarot reading, the business of hotelier, the business of digital marketing, which means for you to be in that high level, high scale, high ticket, you need to shift your mindset from that producer to an entrepreneur. So that's what I have to create, that entrepreneurial mindset, which is different from a professional. Said you could be a very good coach or a very good photographer, very good lawyer or a doctor. But if you want to scale your business, you need to have that entrepreneurship mindset. And that requires time. It doesn't happen overnight. I know there are coaches or trainers and consultants who say, oh, attend my program in 3 hours or 3 days. I will rewire your brain and all that. So I don't believe in that quick shot, Band-Aid kind of thing.
Yeah, that's too short a
Even
time.
yeah,
To relearn
because
something or reinvent
even the
yourself, it
fast
takes.
foods, the
Yeah.
fast food is not fast. They say the fast food takes more time, because the burger that you get on the counter in 2 minutes, it takes 2-3 hours to make, because you have to boil the potato, bake the bread, those things that happen in the background. It takes a lot of time.
True, true.
In fact, the normal food, you can cook rice in 10 minutes in a cooker. But
So
fast food
nicely.
takes a lot of time. It
Yeah,
takes a lot of work. So that's what I
okay.
help throughout the year. And if people are watching this, if they sign up, small business owners, normally this in the market for any consultant course, they charge about 8 to 12 lakhs between, even more, 15, 20
Oh,
lakhs also,
yeah, I
depending
know.
how much you want to generate. I have come down only for people who are watching this to only 75,000.
Wow.
Only for this
That's quite attractive.
new Independence Day gift. You deposit 5,000 rupees, which is non-refundable. The rest you pay in 10 installments. And at the end of the year, if you're not satisfied, I return all your money without any questions asked. It's an ironclad guarantee I give.
Wow, that's great, yeah.
And I train you into all the things that is required to be an entrepreneur. Creating system for you, marketing system and copy that really sells, help you alter your mindsets. And then there are a lot of bonuses, I will share that in a lot of bonuses,
Yeah, you
which will
can
run
share a
to
link, which I'll
20,
put in the
28
description
lakhs.
box. You can do one
I'll
thing,
do that.
share the links, I'll put in the description box. So
I'll do
any
that.
other advice you have for the entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, existing entrepreneurs, the budding entrepreneurs?
Okay, so number one, understand the fundamental of business. Study, read, have a consultant or a coach or whoever it is, a mentor, which a lot of people don't. So understanding the basics of business, fundamentals of business. Number two, get your mindset clear. Get your people at home aligned to what you're doing. Because they are the ones, your family is very important. Number three is you got to have vision and passion. Really love what you do. Because most business owners, they fall in love with their product. Nothing wrong with that because you spend time, hard work on business. But customer is not interested in how good your product is. He is or she is interested in what will your product do to him or her. So read more about customer behavior, spend time, and spend money on your customers. The more you spend money on your customers, the more customer will spend money on you. And number four is create a schedule, timetable, create a business plan. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. As simple as that. So the rest will follow. There are many others. I call that 12 laws of sales and marketing. That's a program on that.
Mhm.
So I take you through the whole process of sales and marketing and their leadership things.
Mhm.
So,
So
and
that
most
was.
important
Mhm.
is that be yourself, be authentic, be genuine to your customers, to yourself, and don't beat yourself up. Don't listen to too many those people who talk about negativity and negative things.
Yes.
Listen to them and do your own stuff. Follow that path. Have a mentor and talk to somebody. Like whenever you're in any kind of situations, talk to
Talk to
somebody.
someone. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So that was a very, what to say? That was very valuable giveaways to my viewers. And thanks, Gomes. It was very nice talking to you. And looking forward to meet you sometime.
You
Take care. God bless
sure.
you.
Do like, subscribe, and watch.